Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to the Honorable Speaker of the House, the graceful timekeeper, respectful audiences, and my respected but not at all feared opposition. A beautiful breeze of wind could turn into a disastrous storm, and so as a beautiful flower petal that could turn tables and heads with her firmness. I am speaking today as a delegate of the government for the sake of public. The topic of the debate we're putting onto the table today is the House believes, as a parent in Malaysia, they should raise their children to be good losers instead of good winners. We in the government party believe that this issue should be lightened up for the sake of the future society norms and children's mental health. Thus, if the opposition were to oppose, then they should prove to us that these words coming from us are totally not true and that parents should not raise their children to be good losers and that they don't agree with it. Therefore, let me start this session by first enlightening some phrases that might cause a certain confusion within you that would lead to false facts by the opposition, of course. The first phrase is a good loser, which exemplifies a character of someone who gracefully accepts defeat in a game, competition, or situation without being upset or blaming others. Next, on the other hand, a good winner means someone who displays graciousness, respect, and humility when they achieve victory. Lastly, children can carry a definition of a young human being below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority, which is set by the law of a country. I hope that's pretty much enough to untangle some of your confusions about today's debate. Diving into work, my work, our first indicator by the government, is a good loser mentality is crucial to overcome stress and mental health problems within the society, especially adolescents. Why did I say this? Back to the definition, a good loser will accept their defeat, or should I say a temporary downfall, because of the sake of tolerance and that they want to learn from what they lose and show up in a better setting. For example, a research by the Hague psychologist shows that a failure with a negative way of thinking would lead to inferiority and frustration. The reason behind this is that they think failures are humiliating and that people will judge them based on their failed performance, which in fact, the truth is that it could only lead to severe feeling of distress and lack of self-confidence, which will gradually affect their mindset and the way they think to a very negative path, which is the one we wanted to avoid, in which are the one of the main factors for major depression, anxiety, panic disorder, or even bipolar, which are quite common in today's society, minding the modern culture and how time revolves. And the reason we should emphasize this point to Malaysians, specifically in our country, is because the 2022 National Health Morbidity Survey reveals 1 in 4 adolescents in Malaysia is battling depression on 2022, which has become the goal of the Malaysia Madani aspiration to overcome this issue within our adolescents. So the best initiative is by entitling parents who are the legal caretakers and legal guardians to actually start educating them to be open-minded enough to accept a good form of losing or to be a good loser from a young age, because it all started by their children era and then they will step up to their adolescent, which is now the main issue we see right now, which starts when they're children. Therefore, this small but powerful step could empower a healthier society and a modern country. Why? Because the key of a successful country is the people and their public sentiment. Another elaboration to support my argument, nowadays kids get more brilliant, parents get prouder, so logically thinking, losing in a competition or in a certain field is a normal thing, right? However, by parents keeping a mindset of you should win because I provided you with a lot of things. You should win because there's nothing good in losing. Or why can't you win when you have so many privileges at home? These children will end up questioning their self-potential and their ability all over again and never try to step a foot in what they love. Why? Because they are afraid of the pressure of having to win, of having to make their parents proud by winning, instead of just being who they are and, meeting the real purpose of being in a competition or having a talent, which is to learn something more, to explore yourself. For instance, in South Korea, in order to meet up with the intense academic and social pressure, parents start to adopt the good loser concept in their houses to overcome the high rate of suicide and mental issues within their young generations. Being a country with a high rate of suicide, they know when to put a stop to protect their younger generations from this toxicity. Now it's our turn as a developing country to sharpen our citizens' mind and their mindset to accommodate the need of this modern era in early education at home. Because after all, again, it all started with the psychology of a child. And then they grow up into adolescence to an adult or a teenage according to their mindset that has been set a while. In conclusion, to end this almost endless argument, parents should raise their children to be good losers than good winners to ensure a stable mental condition and great sense of tolerance within the new generations. This house strongly believes that parents should raise good losers other than good winners. Thank you. I step down and thank you.